Hello there, my name's Chris Scully and I'm with Tired Old Hack and soon to be features editor for VGC, Video Games Chronicle. The Nintendo Direct is just under 2 minutes away from starting, and since this is the last time I'll probably get to do a Nintendo Direct that doesn't involve me writing a million news stories while it's on, I figured it would be good to react to it, because apparently that's what the kids do these days on the old internets. So yeah, just a heads up for anyone who's not familiar with me or my work. I'm not a typical YouTuber, no disrespect to any of them, so you're not going to get people going, I'm not going to be going, oh, what? There'll be no overacting. I've been a Nintendo fan for well over 30 years. I've been a professional games journalist for roughly 15 years. I'm not saying it takes a lot to shock me, but I'm kind of also realistic. So I love Nintendo stuff. I love all games, but I especially got a soft spot for Nintendo because that was my first big kind of company that I got involved with. So I'm massively excited for this Direct. And here we go. So let's go. There's your COVID message that they've been given for a while now. Make this full size. Bang. Let's go. Cheeky bit of Xenoblade.
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
I always struggle to get into Xenoblade. I appreciate it's got a massive fan base, but just lengthy RPGs have kind of rubbed me the wrong way these days. I used to love them, but after years and years of reviewing them for magazines and websites, they almost always had really tight deadlines, so it kind of, anytime I see an RPG now I get stressed out just thinking about it, because I associate them now with long nights. So no disrespect to Xenoblade and the Xenoblade series, but I probably won't be playing this one unless I have to review it.
This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join Smash!
Ugh. Okay. Fair enough. To be fair, it does need more Xenoblade representation.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex.
I mean, consider they've got 500 Fire Emblem characters, it makes sense to have a Xenoblade one. Although that does mean the campaign is still on to get Bonk in Smash Brothers. Oh well.
Blazing in!
That's genius! You're pretty much owning them, and these are season.
It's another sword fighter though, the internet's not going to be happy with that.
Talk about a tight spot.
Mythra?
Let me handle this.
Bosh. She can transform.
Mythra!
Cutting it close, huh? Oh, hey, were these guys planning on winning? Gee, I feel kind of bad now.
Great, that means 2 amiibo potentially.
What? You can even use that?
Hey, right here!
Oh, so it's a proper Zelda and Sheik situation, like in the previous Smash games. Although it looks like it's a kind of instant switch, which is quite cool.
Wait,
everybody. Mind if I watch a while? Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's some pork.
You're all mine. I'll lend you a hand.
Arrow!
Strike!
Burning!
Nailed it.
Sure did. Witness our power.
Are you alright? No, there's Shulk. He is
You two again.
really feeling it, as, from what I heard.
Smash! I won't go easy on you.
Ooh, fighting words.
You forget. We're fighters too!
Okay, well, I expect the internet to not care about that. Well, other than Xenoblade fans, obviously, but it's obviously not a Steve or a Banjo, but we'll see. I've got no massive complaints with that.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
It wasn't who I wanted, but I got Terry Bogard a couple of characters ago, so I can't really complain.
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time.
Correct.
I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today. We appreciate your continued support.
And I appreciate your appreciation. Bring it.
What you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mythra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just a bit longer. Alright, let's continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Snap, here we go. Fall Guys. That's good. That'll do well. As a no-brainer, you would have hoped that would have turned up eventually, so that's good to see. So as long as the online can hold up.
When Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system, summer 2021.
Good.
You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed. Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the secrets left behind by an ancient civilization. You have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated. However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information.
Basically, No Man's Sky meets Majora's Mask. It's been massively oversimplifying it.
By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe. What messages will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop?
We'll never know.
Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch.
It's good to see.
2021.
Everything Annapurna Interactive brings out is brilliant.
Putting skills to the test in 2 classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective
That's
Club,
interesting.
Stands Behind. 2 deep cuts from Nintendo history.
Yeah, 2 right there.
To North America for the first time.
That's awesome. I really wasn't expecting that.
And modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense, drama, and twists and turns.
Famicom Detective Club are very old Japan-only visual novels, so this is brilliant. They're not only being remade, they're being translated. I'm genuinely happy about that. That's awesome. Of all the Nintendo games I expected to see on here, I definitely wasn't expecting to see that. That's brilliant.
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare. interrogate suspects and hunt for clues to piece
I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that.
Can you figure
Can't
out
wait
what
to
the
play
puzzle
these.
is before it's too late?
Really well made as well. Looks fantastic.
自分の目の前に血染めの少女が立っている
Uncover the deadly truth.
Brilliant.
Famicom Detective Club: The Missing Heir and Famicom Detective Club: The Girl Who Stands Behind. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
A new age of battles begins.
This is a Dynasty Warriors effort. See how Dynasty Warriors are Nobunaga's adventures. Or Samurai Warriors 5 even. And basically it's Dynasty Warriors, isn't it? With more swords. That's fine.
The latest entry in the Samurai Warriors franchise is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi. Character designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment.
Looks nice enough. Again, it's not really my thing, but it looks really nice.
In Samurai Warriors 5, slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer
Bring it.
2021. The vast world of Fadiel beckons.
Is that Mana?
After 20 long years, Legend of Mana,
Yeah.
featuring remastered HD graphics, is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Lovely.
You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream. Before discovering
That's cool. I like how they've mixed the
empty, during
kind of pixel art characters with more detailed backgrounds. That looks quite cool.
other lands to life,
See, the characters are quite low res, whereas the backgrounds are high res.
as well as how to advance the story.
That's a cool
Join
art
forces
style.
with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters. Or take a break from adventure and rest up at home.
Scary pumpkins indeed.
The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original soundtrack. Other features have been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana will launch
I'm up
on
for that.
Nintendo Switch.
I'm up for that. That'll be good. Again, I'm not sure how I'll find the time to play it, but in theory, I'm up for it. It's Monster Hunter. Now, I'm watching the US stream here. I don't know if the US UK ones are any different, but I would like, hopefully, an announcement soonish that you can pre-order those Monster Hunter Rise amiibo, because they are apparently only being available through the My Nintendo store in the UK. So that concerns me a bit that they're still not available yet, the pre-orders at least. So although I don't expect anything to that effect here, because this is the American feed I'm watching, I would hope that soon the UK PR teams will announce that the pre-orders are ready, but we'll see.
Elder, I have important news.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura Village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo, and we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge.
A monster.
No! We can't lose this gauge! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting in!
It's a series I've always wanted to get into. But again, just the nature of my job back in the day meant you kind of played one game then quickly moved on to the next one. You didn't really have time to properly commit weeks and weeks to one game, so I've always wanted to properly get into Monster Hunter, but I don't find myself having the time to do it, so that's a shame, but it looks the part.
We should start preparations right away. We're here to offer assistance. We must stop the calamity!
Knock yourself out, hen. 26th of March, yep. That's nice.
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. That's the game, bit of Mario Golf.
Open once again. Tee off in the latest installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch.
Super Rush.
Study the wind and terrain. Take your time to think things through.
As long as it's Camelot and as long as it's got a proper single-player mode, then sold.
Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters.
Looks nice.
On courses filled with lush, natural scenery.
Is Bowser wearing, I suppose they're all wearing like golf outfits. Look like Bowser was wearing trousers there. Bowser trousers.
And a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain. These features can help you ace your shots. In addition to button controls, you can also use motion controls.
No thanks. Buttons, please.
Controller like a golf club.
I'll just stick with the button controls, thanks.
To have your character swing in the game. Letting you easily enjoy the sensation.
Just a wee sports effect in it. I'm glad they've got button controls. What's this all about?
On top of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf, including this one, Speed Golf. Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time, then you'll race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack to get it closer.
I like that. That's clever.
Keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing skills aren't the only things at play. Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the competition.
That's cool.
Oh, did we mention story?
Oh, thank you.
As a me character, you'll start out as
thank you.
And develop your golfing skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom characters.
Yep, sold. 100% sold.
Earned during matches. Then allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character however you'd like.
Unlock outfits as well.
Use your me in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test when Mario Golf Super Rush swings onto Nintendo Switch.
Sold.
June 25th.
I believe that's one of those ones.
Nintendo eShop after this presentation.
Sold.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes.
She just said that, mate.
As well as the familiar golf gameplay with
This guy's mansplaining everything she just told me.
Please look forward to this game on Nintendo Switch.
Already do, mate, don't worry.
Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
You meant ruining the Switch gimmick.
Return to the unforgiving world of
Borderlands.
Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese and the quick-witted con artist Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash.
Never played that, but I heard it was good.
Borderlands 2 and 3. This game includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters are just a handful of the obstacles you'll encounter in this choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands launches on Nintendo Switch, March 24th.
Oh, I'm all about this. Oh, it's available today. Beautiful. Well, I'm definitely going to be playing that.
Adjust game speed or difficulty.
Let's get cheeky boys in it. Or mega twins, if you will.
Arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free. Then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on.
Mate, I'm buying all of those.
Co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches later today.
Expect me to review that on some sort of site. I don't know which one yet, but I'll be reviewing it on something.
In this action game from Aspyr, you'll build your zombie horde.
God, that takes me back.
Turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish your bodily arsenal.
It's an old game, isn't it?
Gut grenades and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, no, you're okay. Definitely not for Capcom though.
Touchdown versus assassins. Wait, aliens? Aliens have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this even the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. As the crass beam katana wielding assassin Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight your way to the top to save the
I've got all the time in the world for No More Heroes.
Hey, not so fast! To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat. With a new and improved Death Glove, you'll have access to a variety of deadly skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is at stake, so get ready to kick some, whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway, it'll all make sense when No More Heroes 3 lands
Akira.
on Earth.
Pretty sure aliens still have arses though, to be fair.
Switch, August 27th. Exterminate demons in heaven.
This guy should have read the script in advance. He seems surprised by a lot of things. Oh, another Annapurna game.
Why do they need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
Interesting.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself. God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Fair enough. Looks interesting. It's not for a while, but I'll get that excited. It's months away.
The DC superhero girls are
cool.
here to save the day.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon.
Hoping to get Serena into DC superhero girls at some point.
Inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and backup.
I'm one of the few people who have no problems whatsoever with licensed games. I know most of them are terrible, but that's my kind of... they're my guilty pleasure usually, is licensed games.
Bumblebee and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city
As long as they're entertaining enough, I'm all for them.
school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh, and maybe take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it. Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later. Uh-oh, something really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when justice calls, you can count on us to answer no matter what. We've just got to make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
Just look a bit ropey though, to be fair. The animation looks honking, but we'll see. I'm sure it's great.
Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
It's like Mushroom Men, but remember that in the Wii? It's Plants vs Zombies on it. Never get into Plants vs Zombies. Someone's trolling me on private messages now. doesn't appeal to me. Although I understand it's still a pretty massive game. I've got nephews who play this, so there's an audience for it. It's just not me. This is Miitopia again.
Band together on a quest to face evil and save faces.
I liked Miitopia. I liked the first one.
Is coming to Nintendo Switch.
I'm up for this.
Cast Mii characters in various roles across the kingdom. Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Mii.
We're going to have to make some more offensive celebrity Miis again.
There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii
I suppose that's a feature that writes itself away.
In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some
I really like that.
time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle. If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse.
I spent an entire flight to Canada nearly playing Miitopia once.
That sounds pretty darn good. Care for it, and it'll
To get on that pun though.
in battle. Venture with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Miitopia, coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay. I'm up for that. I liked Miitopia.
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
Show me them.
Mario Brothers 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items.
This is cool, but a lot of this is the fortune cookie stuff from the 3DS one. Oh, the Whomp's new.
You can also place 2 warp pipes.
Oh, that's cool. You can warp. That's actually useful.
Travel between locations on your island. Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom?
Warp pipe's useful. It's a genuinely useful thing. The rest of it feels a bit like a cheeky kind of repurposing of the fortune cookie stuff in
Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for
3DS one. I'll still get them, don't get me wrong, but yeah.
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
25th.
How was that? These
Not bad.
items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release.
Not much longer to go, mate. You're killing everything at the end of March.
We have the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoy that Mario adventure as well.
I did.
We have another game to show you.
Looks a bit Fire Emblem-y. Horrendous patter though. HD 2D.
He leaves us no recourse! Swords! Never. S-Frost will answer for its crimes today.
Are these the wages of loyalty? Raised earth and burnt corpses.
You and no other must decide how we proceed.
You are a leader, and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
I promise to do all in my power to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
I never played Octopath Traveler, which presumably that's a sequel to. But that looks just as nice.
Comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron.
Tell you what, if you're into RPGs, You're laughing so far. You've got this, you've got mana. Sorted. That's it though, to be fair, you've got 2.
To engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
Battle system.
Tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons, such as bows and arrows.
They always pick one game during the Nintendo Direct to spend a lot of time on, and it always ends up being one I don't care about. Which is just really bad luck in my case. I don't grudge it because I'm sure people who are into this kind of thing will be in Hog 7 just now, but I'm just like checking the clock. 20 minutes left. So please don't spend another 5 minutes on this.
Water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic.
It looks lovely, don't get me wrong. It's just not my
Utmost importance to survey the
not my jam.
Before taking action.
Oh, as they're doing it, they're properly
With making important decisions in a variety of situations.
spending a while with this one.
Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause. The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Project Triangle Strategy.
Yep. Looks fine. Yeah, see, you've got a year to tell us more about this. Don't waste this on it.
After this presentation,
Good as demo.
demo version of this game will be available to download on Nintendo.
Well, I'm glad you spent 5 minutes.
We'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses on the demo.
I'm glad you spent 5 minutes telling us how the game works when there's a demo there.
To future updates on this brand new tactical...
You could have just said play it yourself and see what you think, mate.
Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Calling all hunters.
This looks a bit Star Wars-y. Brilliant, cheers.
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
All right, Sal. Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take 1.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Gorgon used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
In my line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Kogan want new weapon.
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Woo! Come get some.
So those three characters are actually nothing to do with this. That's weird. Okay.
Let's find out what sound your face makes.
It looks cool. That was a weird way of presenting it, is with three characters that aren't actually in it. That was really pointless. It looks cool though. It looks like it's almost definitely going to be free to play in it.
Lost it! Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Can we redesign our characters?
You're not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone.
What is this part all about?
What? Interview's over? Oh, come on, man, one more game!
Interesting. New EA game.
The fight for survival starts now.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
This looks cool. I'm up for this.
Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country.
Okay. That's quite cool.
Behind the whole game of fate.
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with the group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
Oh, that's cool.
Wield the powers of Olympus with the physical release.
Physical. I still haven't played that. Everyone loves it, and I just haven't.
Is getting a physical release.
Haven't played it yet.
This version comes with a couple of
appreciate I'm missing
out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again.
I'll definitely get into that at some point. I just
version of Hades on March 19th.
Haven't had time again.
Deadly action games.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Lovely.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Max.
That's excellent. Happy with that.
Are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills, along with ruthless ninjutsu.
Good thing is they're also pretending that spin-off one, the really offensive, really bad one, doesn't exist. They're just pretending that was never a thing, so that's good.
Other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny.
I can't remember what that one was called.
All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection.
I'm happy with that. They were rock hard, those games, but I'm well up for that.
Summer 2021. More battles are coming to
DLC.
Warriors, Age of Calamity.
Figures. Now we've got about 10 minutes to go. This is where the bombshells will hopefully start now. Expanded roster. Okay. The usual then.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch.
Well, we'd hope so, because that's it's like 15 games.
Here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals. Use the job system to develop your characters and master the brave and default commands to emerge victorious in turn-based battles.
I live to fight.
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available.
Good.
The latest installment in the legendary Ghosts
I'm keen to play that.
comes to life. As the brave knight Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells,
Big
to battle monsters across challenging
Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts fan, so I'm definitely up for this one.
also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3
Nah, I don't need that.
Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges.
Co-op part. It's meant to be difficult. Oh, look at that, that's the first boss from... That's awesome.
8 protagonists, 8 captivating journeys.
Never played that.
Mastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists.
They've done a nice job with it though.
With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
That was cool, the characters look quite soft.
Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch system.
Yeah, we knew about that, didn't we?
Battle Royale features a growing roster of
It looks
powerful
pretty blurry though.
strategic combat,
I don't know if it's just the...
play, and more. All players on
This
Nintendo
particular
Switch and all new
feed isn't great quality anyway, so... But that looks quite... That's like a Doom Eternal situation, that looks quite blurry.
For the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch. Fight for fortune, fame, and glory when Apex Legends enters the fray March 9th.
How's it going so far?
Fine, just...
A little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct.
Bring it.
Hope you'll stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
Here we go, 10 minutes, 8 minutes. Oh, there's a big man, big AG.
Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
He's brilliant at just cutting you down. He does it all the time.
It's proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information.
He did that with Breath of the Wild as well. I know we were expecting to see something, we got nothing. It's okay, this will be the remasters then. Imagine it just went away and that was him.
This Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
What is it? Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Wind Waker. Oh, Skyward Sword, there we go. Cheeky, cheeky. That's good. That's the one a lot of people were wanting. That could really do with HD. Brilliant. Is it only going to be motion controls like the Wii version was, or are they going to change the controls altogether? Just to make it optional instead? Because that was a pretty big part of the game, was the being able to swing down and sideways as well, so that's excellent. No, I'm happy with that.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield.
I'll have to change it because
processing power of the Nintendo Switch system. The controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold 2 Joy-Con.
I was going to say, they must have an optional...
The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword.
Wait, not to, because you're not going to...
Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game.
You're not going to cancel out all the Switch Lite owners.
You can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure
there we go.
it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite.
There we go.
After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Okay.
Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward.
It's as good as they could have done it, to be fair, to keep the...
Or diagonally.
That's fine. I'm up with that. It'll take a wee while getting used to it, but that's the best way they could have done it.
Here's something else we've been working on.
Oh.
Specially designed Joy-Con controllers.
Those are cool.
The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the
I'm assuming his t-shirt says Hyrule Fantasy and not Double Fanny, because that would be just unacceptable.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
It's not far.
In this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop.
5 months.
And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release day at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game.
Yes, we know.
Following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran. Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear.
I wonder what their and finally thing is going to be, because they've still got like 4 minutes left.
Give this game a try as well.
It sounds like he's wrapping this one up, so what's next? I still think there's going to be like a
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda
remastered thing, kind of like they did with Mario 3D All-Stars. Maybe not, maybe that's all we're getting for Zelda.
What did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today.
What?
Please take a look at this.
What is it, Mario? Splatoon? The Splatoon 3? Is it an open world Splatoon game? If this is it's not going to be, but if this was a single player Splatoon game, I'd be all over this, but I don't see that happening. Is this a single player? That's Eiffel Tower. Is this a single player Splatoon game? This is going to be that chicken thing confirmed for Smash Brothers. This is weird. Is this just Splatoon 3 or is this something different? It's just Splatoon 3, fair enough. bold though to have 2 Splatoon games on one system, and people are still waiting for. Not that it's the same. I don't want to turn into an annoying internet person, but it's pretty bold to put a second Splatoon game on the Switch when people are technically waiting for the first Mario Kart. But okay. Splatoon's popular, I get it.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while.
Yeah.
We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay. Cheers, mate. That was alright. I've seen better ones. I've seen much worse ones. Some decent stuff there. Splatoon's interesting. That's going to get a lot of people excited. But yeah, it's not bad. I'm going to start playing that Capcom arcade thing right away. That's my jam, as they say. Mario Golf I'm well up for. But yeah, that was decent. No More Heroes 3 looks good. So there's a couple of things there I'm into. I'm now going to go online and expect a shitstorm, because I'm sure the internet hated that a lot more than I did, because people were expecting Metroid, people were expecting Mario, people were expecting loads of stuff. And while I've got no doubt those games are still coming, they're obviously not in a state to show yet, so there we go. But yeah, that was fine. There's a decent number of games on the way for the Switch, and yeah, it could have been worse and it could have been better, but I'll take it for now. There's some stuff there I'm looking forward to. Cool. Alright, cheers folks, I will catch you later. I'm now going to attempt to upload this. Cheers guys, bye bye.